A Raleigh man is accused of spraying blood in the eyes of healthcare workers. 25-year-old Cameron Gilchrist faces 2 charges for assaulting emergency personnel. He's accused of exposing them to HIV. WRL's Sean Gallagher is at UNC Rex Hospital. Sean, how did this happen?
Yeah, Ashley, the arrest warrant details what started as a normal medical treatment process that quickly changed into a very dangerous and scary situation. It all happened right here behind me at the UNC Rex Hospital here in Raleigh. Back in March, UNC Rex wouldn't comment on specific patient or employee incidents, but they say violence against medical personnel like this is becoming a lot more common. According to the arrest warrant, Gilchrist was receiving a diabetic treatment here when he allegedly sprayed blood into the eyes of 2 hospital employees. It's unclear whether the blood sprayed is Gilchrist's or not, but the arrest warrant says the 2 hospital employees were caused physical injuries, including irritation and exposure to HIV. It's unclear whether those employees contracted HIV through this incident. Now, UNC Rex tells WRAL that protecting the health and safety of its employees is a top priority, and it'll work closely with its own security teams and law enforcement to do so and pursue charges when necessary. We also reached out to the Raleigh Police Department about why it took 6 months for them to arrest Gilchrist. They tell us Gilchrist was receiving medical and psychiatric treatment at the time of the incident, so they couldn't make that arrest until last month. But Gilchrist still remains behind bars on a $25,000 bond, and he's due back in court in early December. In Raleigh, Sean Gallagher, WRAL News.
This is Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And we are indeed entering into some very, very evil times as we continue to go more and more into Jacob's trouble. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters out there listening, learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity to you all. I want to say shalom. And open prayer that this quick lesson be edifying to the elect. So we are indeed entering into some very perilous times. These people are doing the most heinous things, unimaginable things, day in and day out. And this is happening while society is still together somewhat. Let's get that real quick. This is 2 Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Right? So the sown places are society still being together. So while society is still put together, all these crazy, bizarre, incidents are being reported on now. So how much more when everything is unsown? When society collapses, when there's no food in the storehouses, how are the people going to be then? I mean, you have a man here is saying he aimed his HIV positive blood and sprayed it into hospital workers' eyes while receiving treatment. Many, many evils are coming to a city near you. What's that? Is this a rock? It's a rock? Let me see. It's a rock. Let's say 50. 850? The other way? No. Um, there we go. Second Ezra 850. Second Ezra 850. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So many great miseries are coming to this world, man. And seeing different stories like this show the times that we're living in, man. I mean, matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get that. These are the times that we're living in, man. This is no laughing matter. Hey, look at this. And the women and children are going to catch it too. I'll read this, Isaiah 32, and I'll start at 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, right? The teats go into the government benefits, right? Being cut off for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine, So there's going to be a lot of misery going on in these times that we're coming into, man. And the people are going to be reacting to that. That's why it's going to be Jacob's trouble, a time such as never been since there was a nation. I want to go back to, I'll go here. Jeremiah 30:6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness? So why does it seem like men are in such agony, like as if they were about to give birth, man? And their faces turn to paleness. They, the blood rushing out of their face. They're scared to death. It says 7 verse, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So at the same time when Trump is waging war on the tribes, or any tribe, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, through ICE and these different federal agencies, basically setting up, sending troops to all these different cities and states, pretty much to come up against the tribes. The people within the country are going to be fighting against each other as well. And that's all prophecy. Where we at? Isaiah 19:2. And it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, right? This is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, right? And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, right? So that's what's happening here in Babylon, man. This is exactly what's going on, here in this world. Matter of fact, let me get this before I forget. This is the point I went over here for. Let's see. There we go. Matthew 24:12. All right. Matthew 24:12 again. And it says, and because iniquity shall abound, right? The scriptures say that the sins of this place have reached onto the heavens. The sins of Babylon have reached onto the heavens, man. You know, iniquity is sin upon sin. And this place is saturated with sin, man. You know, all types of abominable things happen here in Babylon, day in and day out. And because of that, the love of many shall wax cold. So let's get that word for cold for any new listener. Right? Where is it at? Here we go.
Strong's G 5594. Sucho. Sucho.
It says suko, but when you read the word, psycho, man. Psycho. To breathe, blow, cool, by blowing, to be made, or grow cold, cool, or cold. So the compassion that, you know, people will have, that they have for each other now, mercy, it's all going to go out the window. And it's already going out the window. You know, this kingdom is completely divided. And it's only going to get worse. 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, speaks about, you know, because of the lack of bread, men are going to be invading, you know, and spoiling each other's goods, man. You know, this is because as is the king, so are the people. Because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, especially the elites, are a bunch of selfish bastards. The people are the same way. So how do you think it's going to play out when everything goes to shit? When the shit hits the fan, so to speak. Everybody's going to be all about them. You know? And we already see that now. Everything is, with people, it's me, F, you. That's what people do. All day, every day. All you got to do is just go and go for a drive. All you got to, you know, you come out, you need to turn into a lane. Goddamn 15, 20 people. Nobody want to let you fucking go. You can get a back cut. You can get a back cut. A bunch of selfishness. So, when everybody is in dire straits, how do you think that's going to play out? There's going to be fighting in the streets. Stealing. Deleting. You know? These men that have been depraved of sexual desires, you know, from these different women that they've been lusting after. These women are going to be getting raped. You know, scriptures speak about all these things. It's going to be a time such as never been since there was a nation, man. The people, the love of many shall wax cold. The people are going to go absolutely psycho. They're already going psycho. This is psycho. This is psychotic behavior, man. So how much more when the whole society is collapsing, you know? So what manner of person are you to be in all holy conversation, Israel? You know? Us hopeful elect that are seeking the Lord 10 times more. And hoping and praying that Bahasham Yahawashi will cover us, you know, in these dangerous times that are upon us, man. You know? So we definitely got to stay prayed up, man, because it's about to go down. It's going down, but it's about to get worse. And the only way to be protected and shielded from this is from Bahasham Yahawashi, man. So we pray that this lesson was edifying to you elect. In closing, I want to thank Bahasham Yahawashi once again for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who teach and rule well, taught me his truth. Salutations, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening, learning, fighting, good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving, keep pushing. We're almost out of here. And salutations to my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say Shalom, Abba Ball, and Kwam Yasharallah. Hey, shalom to the next one.